Welcome back to Anime Ada. I'm your host, Rohan, and with me is the always brilliant Priya. Today we're talking about the one, the only Attack on Titan. Priya, let's just dive right in. Look at this on the big screen. The first time Eren transforms into the Attack Titan. My god, the raw power! He's just a boy, full of rage, and suddenly he becomes this massive, steaming beast. The way he lifts that boulder to plug the hole in Trost District, I still get goosebumps, I tell you. It was the first time humanity had a real weapon, a real fighting chance against those monsters. What a moment, yeah. I won't lie, Rohan. That was a spectacular moment. You could feel the desperation turn into a tiny flicker of hope. But for me, the real power wasn't just in the punch. It was the shock on everyone's faces. Mikasa's, Armin's, even the other soldiers. They saw their friend, their comrade, become the very thing they were fighting against. That internal conflict, that fear mixed with awe, that's what set the stage for everything that followed. It wasn't just a monster fight, it was a psychological turning point for the entire cast, don't you think? Oh, absolutely. A turning point for sure. And speaking of turning points, can we talk about Annie? The female titan chased through Stoes District was next level. The animation, the speed, the sheer destruction. When Eren goes berserk in his titan form, all fiery and out of control, it's just pure, unadulterated chaos. You see him losing his humanity to win the fight. He wasn't just a hero anymore, he was becoming a weapon that even his own side was scared of. That's what I love. The fights aren't just fights. They show you how much Eren is changing, hardening with every punch he throws. True, his transformation is central to the story, but what that scene really highlights for me is Armin's brilliance. While Eren is all rage and fury, it's Armin who figures out Annie's identity. He uses his brain, not his fists. He puts his own life on the line, forcing his friends to see the horrible truth that the enemy was one of them all along. That betrayal, Rohan, that emotional gut punch, is what makes the action sequence so memorable. The physical battle was epic, no doubt, but the battle of wits and emotions happening on the ground, that was the real masterpiece of that arc, in my opinion. Okay, big action guy Rohan, let's slow it down. The fights are amazing, but Attack on Titan wouldn't be a legend without its heart.
You know, Kai, Sasha's death really hit me hard. It was so sudden, and honestly, it felt so pointless.
It wasn't in some grand epic battle. It was after the mission was supposedly over.
And it was Gabby, a child really, who pulled the trigger. The shock on Connie's face, the way he just kept repeating Sasha's last words, meat. It broke my heart.
It shows that in war, death isn't always heroic. Sometimes it's just sad and senseless. It completely floored me.
Yar, you had to bring that up. That one hurt. It really, really did.
Sasha was the light of the show in many ways, the comic relief. And to see her go out like that, it was a message from the creator, Isayama, wasn't it?
Absolutely. He was telling us no one is safe. It's not that kind of happy-go-lucky shonen anime. It grounded the story in a very harsh reality.
You're right. It was a powerful moment that had nothing to do with the Titans smashing a building. It was about the loss of innocence, the cost of their so-called victory in Marley.
And then, the basement reveal. After all those seasons of mystery, they finally get to Grisha Yeager's basement.
And what do they find? Not a secret weapon, not a monster. They find books.
Photographs. The truth.
The truth that they aren't the last of humanity, but a race of people trapped on an island, hated by the entire world.
The despair and confusion on their faces. Everything they ever fought for was built on a lie.
That single episode recontextualized the entire series. It was more mind-blowing than any Titan fight for me.
Okay, you've got me there. The basement reveal was a complete game changer. It was brilliant storytelling.
It turned a simple survival story into a complex political drama about prejudice, history, and cycles of hatred.
I remember watching it and my jaw was on the floor for the entire episode. One moment you're cheering for the heroes of Paradise, and the next you're forced to ask, wait, are they the heroes?
It made you question everything, and that's the mark of a truly great story. It messes with your head in the best way possible. Tuche Priya, tuche.
And honestly, as Maya, I have to say, those moments are what make Attack on Titan unforgettable. It's not just about the action, it's about the emotional punches that stay with you long after the credits roll.
Now Rohan, we can't talk about epic moments without dedicating a whole segment to Captain Levi Ackerman. He's not a Titan shifter, he has no superpowers. He is just a man, but he's humanity's strongest soldier for a reason. Look at this scene, his fight against the Beast Titan in Season 3. It's not just a fight, it's a work of art. The speed, the precision, the sheer cold fury after Zeke wiped out the Survey Corps. He moved like a whirlwind of blades, every slice had a purpose. It was personal. It was him carrying the weight of all his fallen comrades on his shoulders.
Oh, 100%. That was the most rewind and watch again moment in the whole show.
The way he used the Titans as anchors to propel himself towards Zeke was pure genius. The animation was just god tier. You felt his rage. Zeke, who had been this untouchable, terrifying villain, was completely dismantled in seconds. But what's crazy is that even after all that, Levi doesn't lose his cool. He's methodical. He's thinking about capturing him, not just killing him. That's what makes Levi so cool. He's a perfect storm of emotion and control, a total legend.
But it's his quieter moments that define him too. Think about his promise to Irvin.
Give up on your dream and die. Lead the recruits straight to hell. I will take down the Beast Titan. That conversation is so heavy. It's about sacrifice, about trusting your commander, even when the plan is suicide. Levi carries the ghosts of everyone he's lost.
He fights not for glory, but for the promise of a future where no one else has to make those sacrifices. His pain is what fuels his strength, and that makes him so much more compelling than just a cool fighter.
You're right. His character has so much depth. And that ties into the big theme of the final season, doesn't it? Freedom. Everyone is fighting for their version of it. Eren believes freedom means destroying everyone who threatens his people. The Survey Corps believes freedom is a world without walls or titans.
But as the story goes on, you see that the pursuit of freedom can turn you into a monster. It's a heavy, heavy theme.
What does it truly mean to be free? And what price are you willing to pay for it? The show makes you ask some really tough questions. So when we put it all together, Rohan, why do you think Attack on Titan has had such a massive impact?
For me, it's because it never gave us easy answers. It presented a world steeped in grey morality.
At first, it's simple. Humans good, Titans bad. But by the end, you're questioning who the real monsters are.
Is it the mindless Titans, or the humans who perpetuate cycles of violence and hatred? The show forces you to empathize with characters on every side of the conflict, even when they do terrible things.
It's a masterclass in perspective. I totally agree.
It's a show that grew up with its audience. It started as this intense action horror series, and it evolved into this incredibly deep political and philosophical epic.
The world building is just immense. The history of the Eldians and Mali.
The power of the 9 Titans, the secrets of the paths. It's all so intricate and well planned.
You can tell that Isayama had this grand vision from the very beginning. It respects its audience's intelligence, trusting them to keep up with the complex plot twists and moral dilemmas.
It's not just entertainment, it's a whole saga, and the ending...
Without giving away spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it, it was controversial, but it was brave.
It didn't give us a simple, happy ending where everyone holds hands. It gave us an ending that was true to the themes of the story, that peace is fragile.
That hatred is hard to erase, and that the fight for a better world is never truly over.
It left us with a message that is both hopeful and tragic, and it made us think.
A great story shouldn't just entertain you, it should stay with you long after the credits roll.
Attack on Titan does exactly that. Well said, Priya. It truly does.
So, whether you're here for the mind-blowing Titan battles, the incredible character journeys, or the deep philosophical questions about freedom and humanity,
Attack on Titan delivers on every single level. It's a modern classic, a masterpiece of storytelling that will be debated and discussed for years to come.
it's more than just an anime, it's an experience. And that's all the time we have for today on Anime Ada. Until next time, keep watching, and as the Survey Corps would say, Shinzuo Sasageyo.